welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber, or welcome if you are new. My name is Ellie and I recently completed Disney's Cultural Representative program. If you've been watching the whole series, you will be bored of me talking about this. But if you're new, hello, welcome. I'm just gonna give you a quick lowdown. I basically completed Disney's CRP from 2018 to 2019. I posted about it on here, on YouTube, and on my Instagram as well. And I basically had a lot of people messaging me, requesting that I do videos on how to help apply for the program. So that was when I decided to do a series of self-help videos for all of you if you want to apply for the CRP. Before I get started, how are you all doing? I hope you're all staying safe. If any of you are watching this later on and not in the current time, we're currently going through the coronavirus, COVID-19. I have not been at work for the past week, so I am in my comfort clothes. I have not worn jeans in about a week and it feels fantastic. On a serious note, I really hope that you are all staying safe and keeping as clean as possible and trying to stay inside. Let's get down to business. So last week I spoke about the waiting in between your final Disney interview and finding out if you were accepted into the CRP. So this video is going to be all about congratulations! But now what? Wow. I remember when I got my date for the CRP, I was literally so excited. I can remember the day. I can remember it happening. I can remember calling my mum. I can remember everything. But once all the excitement had settled, I was like, whoa. I have a list as long as my body length of all the things that I now need to do, and it can feel very overwhelming depending on how long you have until your program. Some people get called out in like 2-3 months time. Luckily I had about 6-7 months until I had my arrival date, so I had plenty of time, but it did feel like I was trying to cram everything in. But some people don't have that much time, so it can feel very stressful. One of the first things you need to do is you need to log on and make sure that you actually accept your date. Hopefully they have done a date that you can take part in. I have said previously that if there's a certain date you can't do, then you can always get in contact with Disney and attempt to change the date. I would highly not recommend this because you don't want to get to a point where they don't have another date for you and then you have to either wait like another year, 2 years until you go, or you just don't get a date at all. It's just, for me, it's not worth the hassle. But obviously that's up to you. You need to find out your date and then you need to go onto Dorms. This is a Disney housing website essentially, where you basically have to accept your position with Disney and then you have to pay your housing fee. This is a $110 non-refundable fee. It pays for all the Disney events, it pays for your transportation. It's basically just like almost like a deposit sort of thing. I don't know the best way to describe it, but there's no way of getting out of it. You have to pay it, and this will be the first thing you have to pay for on your program, and then continue with obviously your rent every week. So like I've mentioned previously, I was in a lot of groups on Facebook, so it was blowing up in there. Everybody was posting saying, I've got my date, blah, 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 blah. And that was when you can start to find people with the same arrival date as you. My arrival date, we then made a group chat, and that was when we decided if we were going to travel with each other, go to our visa appointments together. Some people meet up before they even go out. It's just a really nice way to share all the things that you're going through, ask questions. I know when we had our visa appointment, I asked a million questions in that group because I found it the most stressful thing of my life. But here we go, that's so important. But yeah, it's really good to find other people from your arrival date if you're a bit of a nervous person, if you're a warrior. It's a really good way to stay in contact with people and, you know, prepare those friendships so that you're probably going to make with these people in your year in Walt Disney World. Obviously a really exciting bit at this point is letting all of your friends and family know. I remember calling my grandparents, people that I'm close to, and being able to share the news was amazing. It just felt so surreal that you've worked so hard for this and you're finally there. It's amazing, honestly. So with Dorms, that is the same place that you will be putting your preferences in for housing. You don't do your preferences for housing until close to the time. I believe it's 2, maybe 3 weeks before. So you've got a long time to work out what your preferences would possibly be. There is a million YouTube videos, a million blog posts explaining all of the ups and downs of each apartment complex, but I would like to mention that you won't necessarily get what you've asked for. My bottom preference was the one I actually got. I was extremely disappointed about it, but I powered through and it wasn't crazy bad. I do not miss sleeping in a bunk bed every night, but you know, that's the way it was and I just dealt with it. And sometimes it happens and you can be asked to move, but the chances of it happening is very unlikely. And then it's time to start planning. I started to plan when I wanted to fly out. I started to look at what I wanted to do before, Disney hotels that I perhaps wanted to stay in before I got there, planning flights, getting in contact with people if they wanted to perhaps fly the same day as me so I wasn't flying alone. I started thinking about leaving work, when I was gonna have my last day at work, having conversations with work about when I would finish, if I was able to come back. My car insurance, I had to work out when that needed to be cancelled and that I needed to be reimbursed money for that. My car tax, my breakdown cover. There was a lot of things on my car. I personally decided to keep my car. I didn't sell it, but I know a lot of people do choose to sell it, so that's something to consider as well. Start thinking about suitcases. How many suitcases are you gonna take? How much stuff are you gonna take? What would you like to take? Are you gonna take bedding? Are you gonna take just loads of clothes? Are you gonna take not a lot of clothes and buy them there? These are all the kinds of questions you need to start asking yourself. I will be doing a packing video and more on this, so any questions, just let me know. But yeah, that pretty much concludes everything that I would like to say. This is going to be a continuation of the waiting, but it's going to be excited waiting because you know that you're going to work at Walt Disney World. So congratulations at this point. You should be really proud of yourself and definitely be sharing it with the whole world because it is not a small achievement, it is a really big achievement. So congratulations. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Put your comments down below if you have any suggestions of what you'd want me to talk about. I still have a few videos coming, so it's nowhere near the end just yet. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram. It's just going to be @EllieBrown because I post a lot more over there and you can always message me on there and I can speak to you directly if you'd prefer that. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next week.